Hi guys, this is Joe popping on, and today I got one of my packages in. This one I was excited for. A little bit ago they had a sale on the Funimation website, and like all their anime pops went on sale. And it kind of hurts because I get most of them the moment they come out. Like they come out, I pre-order them. I make sure I get them because um, I've been burnt with a lot of the anime pops. But there was one wave that I liked the show. I wasn't a giant fan of it. I did get one of the pops for it, but I did not continue with it. And that series, I decided to pick up the rest for. And so today, let's unbox it and let me show you the one I did. Because there are a couple that like I have missed out on, and Funimation doesn't really get them in on their website anymore, and most of the websites don't have them anymore. So here's the slip from Funimation, and the wave I got, which is probably going to be surprising to some people, because this one is not very much of a guy show. Actually, my sister turned me on to it, and I enjoyed it a lot, so I picked it up. And the series I'm talking about is Yuri on Ice. It is a very fun, interesting series about ice skating. It's very short. It's very sweet to the point. It is going to get some more episodes, but the one I did pick up was Yuri on Ice. I do have the other Yuri, who was the Hot Topic exclusive. To be honest, I had gotten that one before I had watched the show, because my sister said I'd like it, I'd enjoy it, it would be fun, and I take her word for it. And so I picked that one up as like, okay, prelude to me watching the show. And when I saw it, I was like, wow, that pop was just from one scene in a very short very short spot, because it was the character when he was younger, when he had won one of the tournaments. But these ones are really, really nice. They're very cool because the nice thing that they did with these ones is each figure is an ice skater. And so they all have them in their ice skating outfit for the show. And I'm sorry, I'm saying Yuri. It's Victor. Victor was the one who had the alternate outfit. He's the teacher. And these are the two Yuris. We have German Yuri and Japanese Yuri. Spelled differently, but pronounced the same, which is a nice little joke in the show, because they wind up calling him Yuri O because he has the O at the end of his name. But they're really nice figures, and each one of them has the stand built into the pop to make it look like it's ice skating, which is beautiful. It's really nice. This is a very different show, because it's one of the first animes that actually has to do with somebody being gay, which was very interesting to see actually done, because apparently it's a very big taboo in Japan. So this one, they did a really nice job with the figures. Like, here we go. I'll show you them all in the box. And Yuri O. The main character is Yuri. The first one I showed. He's Japanese Yuri. He's a fun character. He's once again my favorite character in the show. He's just very different, really nice. But I really like Victor too. Victor is, of course, German, and I'm saying German, Russian, and he is pretty much the person who got Yuri like to love ice skating and to really do it. And it's just was a very sweet show, and they actually wind up kissing in the show. It's very implied. It's not actually shown because it's actually a taboo to show two men kissing in Japan. But it is highly implied, and it was a very interesting scene. I highly recommend anybody taking a look at it, because it involves kind of this little taboo kind of deal, but done in a really interesting way in a sports anime, because they do take this as a sports anime, because ice skating is a sports. Here you go. Let's pop him open, and we can take a look. Where'd my net go? It's right down here. My apologies for that. Here we go. Pops open super easy. Very nice. Here we go. Nice clamshell for him. Perfect. And here we go. We have Yuri. Looks really good. As I told you, there was the base stand, and it shows you the ice skating. It's really nice. It's a nice way they did it. And his outfit is very true to exactly what he wears during his competition. He wears it every single time he competes during the season, because he does like this one song that Victor teaches, like coaches him and choreographs, and for him and for Yuri O, that they both perform, and it's kind of to see who can take the gold in the competition. It's a really cool way of doing it. It was a really nice show. Very short. I think it was like 12 episodes. I was very surprised because when I first heard it, I was expecting at least 24. But once I watched it, I realized it was... I started watching it, and I was like, wow, I finished that so quickly. But here we go. We got Yuri-O. He looks really nice. Just very elegant, because his dance, his performance piece that he does is much more elegant than regular Yuri's. How he has them do it. And then we have Victor, which I love how Victor acts, and especially with his dog. It's quite fun to watch. And this one, they completely covered his eye, which I like. It's a very anime trope. Covering one eye with your hair. Don't recommend doing it in real life. I knew somebody who did that, and they actually started to lose the muscle in their eye from covering it up, because it was from closing it all the time, which is a funny thing. You never think of that in real life. But do not try to imitate art in this instance. But he looks really good. This is his competition outfit that he wears at the beginning of the show. And it just does, once again, it's just a really nice pose for it. Once again, I got these ones on the Funimation sale. They had pretty much everything that they sell on sale that was still in stock. And it was a really nice sale. As I said, I have all the Full Metal, which I would have picked up. They had a lot of the Dragon Ball Z figures. They had a lot of One Piece figures. Not a lot of the hard to find ones. Nothing was hard to find ones that they had in stock. So let me lower this down and we'll take a quick look. Excellent. So this is the full wave. I grabbed the other Victor. As I said, like, this is him from his first competition. When he wins, he gets one of his fans, I believe, hands him the wreath, or maybe he was wearing it. I'm drawing a little bit of a blank on the wreath, but this was his first competition win, and he looks really good. His new pose, his legs are kind of mirroring what he was in the first. It's really nice. And then we have the two Yuris. And once again, they just did a really nice job. They're very, very true to the anime. Once again, I kind of put off this one because, once again, I hadn't watched it. It was one I had somebody recommend to me. It wasn't one that I immediately was like, oh, this looks just like something I would watch. But the show kind of plays in your head a little, makes you kind of remember it, and maybe to the point that when the sale went up and I saw them on the site, I was like, heck yeah, I would like to add these to my collection. They're very, very nice figures, great poses, and I really like them. I really hope you guys check out the show if you're interested at all. It is really nice. They do have it on a couple of the streaming sites now, which is wonderful. But here, let's take a look at them from different angles. But it's a fun show. It's very quick. But it is a sports anime, so if you do like any of the sports anime ones, this one is a nice take on it. Because figure skating is a grueling sport. If you really ever try or learn anything about it, the people who do figure skating are extremely strong, because they do feats that no normal person can do with those kind of spins and flips and everything like that. But it's really pretty, animated, and they're choreographing to the point that they even match up some of the scenes to real. I've seen some clips of them choreographing the scenes to real life people doing it, and it's really, really well done. Excellent. So this was my nice little Funimation haul. They are really fun. I really like just different figures, different looks, and I really like anime, as I've said before. And I like to get the ones that I enjoy. As I said, there's very few ones I don't collect. I don't collect Tokyo Ghoul because I'm not into that creepy horror. and like Fooly Cooly. For some reason, that one never clicked with me. I just wasn't a fan. But the figures are so good. They really are, especially the robot. I really like how they did him. He looks really good. But every so often, they do run these sales on Funimation. And they're really great sales. The figures go for a nice markdown. So if you guys do follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, I will announce when these companies are running giant sales, which is a great way to jump on and grab them. Because, as I've said before, I like to, with a collection as large as some of us have, you really cannot do it with buying every figure at retail price. It is so expensive. I really like to try to get them when I can get a nice deal. Like I like to buy at least when they have like the 2 for 3, like buy 2 get 1 free. Like they do pretty much at Barnes and Noble, GameStop, Hot Topic. Oh, my apologies to tell you, this Yuri, I'm saying it again. This Victor is actually the Target Hot Topic exclusive. I believe you can still get him on Hot Topic, if I am mistaken. He won't be in the description, but if it is, he is going to be in the description. He's a really nice figure. He was on a discount when I picked him up. Not much, but a little when I saw him in the store. He had been sitting there for a little while. They had one left, and I grabbed him. Because once again, I hadn't watched the show, and I kind of took a chance, like saying, like, I like him. Like it's a nice looking figure. I'll take a chance on this one, hoping I like the show. And I was happy to say I did like the show, and I'm waiting for season 2 to be made, which is exciting. I always like it when shows that you enjoy get another season. So leave a comment below. Did you guys like this show? Do you guys like any other of like the different kind of anime lines that they have that I haven't shown off? Tell me what you guys like to collect, because I always am so fascinated to find out what other collectors collect. I think it's a lot of fun. As I said, a very few of the anime ones do I not collect. As I am showing my collection little by little on Instagram, you guys can follow along, see exactly what I have and where my gaps are. Because there are going to be holes, because no person, I think, can collect everything. And the people who kind of do wind up selling a nice bit, because you know what, you're just not a fan of everything. But everybody's a fan of something, as Funko has now said, which I love their new little catchphrase. So thank you guys all for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. It really helps, and especially since my channel is just starting, and it really helps other people find me, which is wonderful. So thank you all for tuning in. This is Joe popping on, and I'm popping off. Thank you guys so much. Doodles.